David Corson, Saturday, November 22nd. Hope you have a positive thought, smile on your face as you go into your afternoon. Oh, it's about 3:30 here. I think that's what it is. Is that what it is? Yeah, just about 3:30. And anyway, hope you had a great Friday night. Hey, I'm flying my DU swag 171 last night against ASU down in Tempe, just southeast of downtown Phoenix, down where ASU's campus is. They have a new rink, and they just joined the NCHC. Well, they were in there. They're playing this little dinky little rink. And anyway, the pro team was playing in there one season, only 5,000 people sitting there. And then the Coyotes, they moved to Salt Lake. They're called the Mammoth now. But they have a new arena. And, ASU, every game, they have a different uniform. And, but really good team, but very chip between University of Denver and Arizona State. And now they're in the NCHC. They got to play North Dakota, Minnesota. I mean, there's some... NCHC's got more professional hockey players playing in the NHL than any other conference. It is a brutal season. You play it, and when DU plays out of pocket, out of the league, BC, BU, Northeastern, I can go down the list. They play some pretty darn good teams. So last night 7-1, way to go boys. Let's get the sweep. We swept Colorado College last weekend, and then the week before with the national champions, Western Michigan Broncos. They're both in our division. Bottom line is all the teams are good. Anybody can not. You got to bring your A game all the time. So anyway, but this is what I'm just hanging. I just got out of the shower and did all this pine straw this morning and then around and had to get the house kind of prepped here for the winter. HOA's like, every 6 months you got to keep, it's like from season to season, from winter to spring. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know. So everybody's been kind of tidying up stuff and everybody's got their Christmas lights up and it's getting very holiday-ish. So I was like, you know what? It's not cloud in the sky. It rained actually this morning. Rained all last night. It was great. My grass needed it. And I always like taking Mother Nature's free water when she can give it to us. So, because I basically have turned off my sprinklers and stuff. This grass, it's all basically, we still have some drip lines running in the little plants and stuff, but this grass, it's all going to come back. It's not going to grow anymore. It's lost. Like, look, everybody's grass is all gray. Everybody's putting up their lights and stuff. I'm just a nice Jewish boy with a non-Jewish wife. We got Christmas trees, we got wreaths up, and we got all this stuff. But I picked up all the pine cones last weekend. Look at these pine cones, man. There's still thousands of them left up there. I'll just keep picking them up. I'll come down here with a trash bag once a weekend and get rid of them. So, but hope you guys, like I said, had a great Friday night. Mine was awesome. DU won, and then this morning was getting stuff done, and now I'm kind of relaxed. I gotta get some proof done. I did a men's roundtable with some architects. Finally got the proof. They gave me back all the revisions, and now I'm going to put the master together so I can send it to them on Monday morning, get it back, and when I come back after the holiday weekend, we'll get the new issue live, and then work on the last issue of the year. So I told my wife, I'm like, look, I only have a couple of days. So go do your returns. I'll do my proofing, and then we'll go get something to eat. So Georgia's killing, I think, Charlotte. They're 1-9. Georgia's 9-1. I don't know. Play the scrubs, play the seniors. Don't get your guys, your stars hurt. Let them take the afternoon off, So, and don't run up the score. It's not cool. Those fluff games, I hate them. I got Georgia Tech. It's going to be an unbelievable game in the Benz next weekend. So, yeah, anyway. But, hey, here's my word of the day. Talking about winning and all that. My word of the day. Productivity. How productive are you? Business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing in a 24-hour day. Relationships, making dinner, making the bed, making some eggs, making a peanut butter and jelly. How productive are you? And how cool does it look when you're finished? All right? I don't know. I'm just asking for a friend. So, as an athlete, you should know how productive you are. Your stats tell you that. What your shooting percentage is, how many goals, how many assists, how many penalty minutes, if you're a plus or minus when you're on the field. All of that stuff is so important. And your productivity, more productive you are, the better off you're going to be. And if everybody else in your team is productive and they're executing and they're running the play and they're hitting the net and all the things you're supposed to do, You're going to get a lot more W's and L's. Same thing in business. How productive are your departments, that people that work for you? You know? So, like I said, I am working right now to think about 2026. I have a guy that runs my does one of my platforms, my social media platforms, and we're having our yearly thing. I'm like, look, we got to do this and this. Here are a couple of new tools that we're going to be using, and we want this stuff done, and we're relying on you. You know, you've been with me now for 2 years, but we got to up the ante. So, you know, you got to be productive. And the more productive you are, the better off it is. The more money you can make, the more people you can hire, the more tools that you can explore and to scale your company or your sport, or, you know, buy more, you know, better uniforms. I mean, look, being productive in life, you know, is like one of the most important things. Like myself, I'm never going to retire. I don't want to retire. I want to work the rest of my life. I'll get my time off. I take my time off. I do my thing. But you know what? I could sit around and hit golf balls and fish every day. I get bored out of my skull. Man, I got to do stuff. You know? I was like, oh, retirement. Everybody that's retired that I know in construction, they're all running little private consultant. They're a contractor, an engineer, architect. They're not retiring. They're hanging out. They're not going to the office. They've created a little LLC, and their buds are feeding them, you know, one project here or there. And, you know, no one ever retires. You know, I mean, they do. I mean, like if I hit the almost $1 billion lottery, you know, I'd still work. I'd do something. I'd run a company. I could not sit back, because I'm a production person. I have to produce. It's like in my DNA. Production. Everything I do, I want to do awesome. So that's just the way it is. So anyway. Look at this thing here. This thing is like up against this tree. Anyway, I did this last week. I cut the 3 feet to have the buffer. It looks real nice. Glad I did it. And it just keeps like a nice little buffer. These people have their little gravel road that goes down. And here's my little pile. It's on my land. I don't care. I just wanted this little buffer along the fence. And but I did all of the pool area, and then I did all this pine straw. So really productive day. But being productive it's just in me. On the athletic field, you want to be productive. You want to hit the net. You want to take as many shots. You want to stay out of the box. You want to have the possession, ground. I mean, you win the stats, you're probably going to win the game. All right, or you're going to get the W. Or you're going to learn. Same thing in business. All right, just like sports, you got to be productive. I don't care if you're in HR or your business development or sales or customer service. You got to be productive. That's just the reality of it. And then relationships, you got to produce. You got to produce positivity. You got to start your day positive. You got to end the day positive. And it's your responsibility. If any negativity is there, it's your responsibility to make it a positive. Period. And if there's a speed bump or something that you hit, you got to blow through it. You got to figure it out and get your stuff done. All right, lost some string here. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. Productivity. And in a relationship, you got to be productive. You got to have a positive gig going on. If you're not having a positive thing, get out and go. Listen, I'm greedy with my time. I'm in the last third of my life. I just want to make the most out of it every day that I can. Be productive in some way or fashion and improve every day. Like next time I do this, I've figured out different ways I like doing the pine straw. I learn every time I do it. So it's just one of those things. So, but relationships, like I said, you got to make them positive. You got to be able to communicate. You got to be able to get your point across in the least amount of words, in the simplest of terms, like a third grader could understand you. If you do that, you're going to be productive in the way that you produce, or as for anything you do. Communication on the athletic field, on the business front, relationships, whatever. It's so important that people understand what you're trying to say. And then you got to be productive with your body. You got to give it, 6 the 8 hours of rest every night. I know I'm in the shade. I'm going to go in the sun here in a second. But you got to give your body rest. If you don't give your body rest, then you're not going to have a better day the following day. Your body needs rest. My body kicks ass all day long for me. But I only get about 6 to 6.5. That's what my body wants. I wake up, I get up. No need to be laying in bed. Let's make the best use of your time, because you can't get your time back. And that's just the way it is. So anyway, that's my word of the day. Productivity. You got to be productive in life. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Do your best, forget the rest, leave it all out there in the field and get her done. So look, and if you work on being more productive in anything that you're doing in a 24-hour period, all right, all the way to December 31st, you'll have about 40 days of episodes. Hey, record, give us your thoughts right here on your phone. Your hand's attached to it all day long. Don't tell me it's not. But if you do it consistently, you'll have about 40 days of data, and you'll cross the finish line. You'll have momentum going into 2026. It's an amazing feeling. So, make it happen. And you'll be able to go back and look at all of those videos and remember every day, hey, there was right on there. I could have been better there. I'm telling you, man, I've been doing this at the end of this year, 2 years straight, have not missed a freaking day. Okay? And I go back and laugh. Sometimes I'm like, man, I remember that day. It was awful, but I did my best to make it good or positive. So, but you'll get addicted. Trust me, man, you will. It's awesome. Just give value nuggets. It's like a self-check gig. Sometimes I act, sometimes I don't. Anyway, listen, I appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Hope your teams are winning. Go Pios. Let's sweep those Sun Devils in Tempe and come home with 2 W's. I think we're ranked number 3. I don't know. Could be number 2. I don't care what it is. You got to just have momentum to go into you got to make the playoffs. You got to have momentum. You got to be healthy. And you got to be ready to win and bring the trophy home and get her done. Giddy up. So, listen, I'll see you tomorrow, where I have no idea, but I will. I might do it down the boat. I got to put the cover on. It's winterized. We're not moving that boat for about 3 or 4 months. So, yeah, I'll go do it down at the boat tomorrow. I'll take the golf cart down there. So, in any event, listen, have a great Saturday night. I'll see you tomorrow. Be safe. Head on a swivel. Know your surroundings. All right? And then take action. Productivity.